Hello and welcome to another episode of Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. We are starting Sector 2 in this episode, where we need to search for food. We can't run on our sort of premium food replicators forever. That is going to just cost us way too much fuel, although the morale boost is nice. It's just going to cost us way too much food in the long run. So we need to find some real food and experience the wonders of Neelix's cooking. And the downsides that may come across as well with people getting sick. We'll see how that goes. So the main aim, we need to explore, we need to find food, and we need to keep ourselves alive. And our crew somewhat happy. We'll see how this goes. So at the moment, we're just choosing our chief engineer. Very much as the show, it will be Lieutenant Torres as the chief engineer. Like I say, a lot of these decisions that you come to, I do wonder how interesting that will be to effectively just make every decision, as per the Voyager episodes, but I am not someone that is going to go back and do that. I think, I do wonder whether that would work, to be honest. I get the feeling that probably some of it won't. But yeah, it'll be an interesting thing to try out. But now we need to get food. So we are going to get told about combat allies. We can hire ships to bring in. We do not have any allies right now. We haven't made friends. We've made more enemies than friends. So let's see what is in this first system. Plenty of resources, some fuel. Fuel is good. We've got a side quest. We've got a main quest. Ooh, we do have some dilithium there, which will be useful. There's no food showing up. And there is a repair station. We are a little bit damaged. I don't think we necessarily need the repair station at the moment. We could probably just put a repair team on that and get repaired fairly quickly, providing we can keep the tritanium going. We are almost near our storage limit for deuterium, so there's probably not a huge amount of point going for that. Like I say, we are going to need dilithium because we need the dilithium for our research projects, basically. In order to get sort of like the higher tiers, we're going to need both science and dilithium. We're also going to need that for some of the more advanced buildings. We will go for some deuterium. We've got to travel towards the main mission anyway, so that will drain some of us. We also need to figure out how we start opening more decks up. We do have 6 gel packs which will be needed to repair those life support areas. But for now, I think we are going to have a mission to do battery compartments, but do I really want to research that right now? Depends what else is there that we can get a bit more benefit on. This is the problem I always have with a lot of these games, where there is unknowns. You don't know necessarily what the random encounters are going to give you. So it's a, what do I really need to get? So now we've upgraded our engineering, we can actually turn on some of these rooms that I turned off. And what we're also going to do is we're going to start assigning crew members to the buildings, or to the rooms. So this will give us a little bit of bonus depending on what crewman we put in there. So we put Chakotay in the trade station, should get us more trade offers. So we could put 2 Ruck in the shield room or the phaser room. The shield room gives 50 to room efficiency. I'm not quite sure at the moment what room efficiency is. Is that going to increase our shields, or is that just going to reduce the power cost for the shields? I think for the mess hall, we definitely want to get Neelix in there for the increased morale. We definitely want to make sure our morale is high. Sick bay, I mean, the doctor will go in the sick bay, really, because patient treatment time, he does have the best version of that. Oh, we haven't. Okay, I thought it's been a little while since I played and recorded from the last episode, so I thought we'd upgraded the warp core, but apparently we didn't. So this is where we need Traitanium now in order to upgrade that, but we can still get... Okay, so that's only going to give warp core repair rate. Might be decent. Putting someone in the shuttle bay is only going to give a shuttle construction time. I don't need to make any shuttles at the moment. Ooh, research rate. We definitely want to put someone with decent science in here. So we'll get Harry Kim in there. We can't assign anyone to a cargo bay, that's fine. So the deflector array will reduce the damage taken per cycle in areas that will damage us. I mean, that's good to know, but we're not in a place that we can do that. Ooh, having someone assigned to the transporter room. Hero skills, that's pretty good. For away missions, I think we'll definitely use that. So we'll just stock up on fuel. We don't need a huge amount, so we can probably just do the safer option, because whatever happens, yeah, we're going to lose some due to storage. We might as well start the main mission. Let's send the away team down to find food. So we're going to want Neelix, because he's got sort of good diplomacy and he's got some engineering. We will want, by the looks of it, we'll want some science and engineering. We also need some command skills. So Chikara is good at command, so it's where do we pick up the additional science? Kez would be good because she covers the medical from the first one, but it's whether we want to just double down. I mean, Neelix coming in very handy with the specific Talaxian. We didn't crit, unfortunately, but we did get a good chunk of food. A good chunk of food is what we are after. So we've got science, deuterium or tritanium. We don't really need the deuterium. We could double up on the deuterium. Science one might be a bit of a stretch. We might have to double up on... How lucky am I feeling, or do I just play this safe? Let's play this very safe. We do get a crit, so we should get a decent chunk of tritanium. Hearing voices inside the cave. We can use Chakotay and get nothing, or we can double up on and try and get some morale and science. I think our morale's fairly high at the moment because we've only entered this sector, so I think we'll just go for, again, we'll maybe somewhat boring, but we'll try and play this safe. I don't want to balls this up too quickly. Because the joys of this game with some of the autosaves, it's probably easier just to restart the sector if you do go catastrophically wrong than try and remember where it autosaved. That wasn't fun. Okay, so we haven't been able to isolate Seska's comm signal. We don't know where Seska is at the moment. Suspicious. That's not forbidding at all. Well, that's not gonna pay off in the future, is it? I think this is our last one, so we could probably just shove everyone in and try and not crit at all. I had almost a 50% chance to crit, and I got furthest away from it. That is the way I do things around here. So we did complete the mission. We did eventually find Seska. We don't know what she was doing or why she was out of comm range. We need to analyse the food to make sure it's safe for consumption. That's probably a smart move. So we do have the side mission. We do need to analyse the food. And we do still need to upgrade the warp core, which we need. Which we need some resources for, which we don't have at the moment. We've got some of those resources on the map here. Go for the dilithium, just because we can. So we've got some more emergency quarters done. We did get a bunch of crew at the very sort of end of that, the very end of Sector 1. So we do need to go down the route of getting a load of crew quarters built. I think for now, probably going to have to stick another couple of emergency crew quarters down. We are researching the regular crew quarters, which we can then... They don't house as many people, but they do not come with the morale negative. And I'm all for not having a morale negative. Okay, so we got some more dilithium crystals. We now need to look at what other resources we need while we're analysing the food. So we've done the analysis on the food. So the routes aren't long-term solution. Kez wants to build a hydroponics bay, which should give us some food. And we've got the aero shuttle bay to trade, which we could get trade offers for food. So I think we probably want to try and go for a hydroponics bay fairly quickly, because if we can get if we can offset some of our food usage with that, I don't think it's going to offset a lot, and I think we're still going to have to scavenge for food quite often. But it is a first step, because we can upgrade these rooms once we get them in. So it looks like we need to upgrade the mess hall, which we can do once we have the work teams available. So upgrading the mess hall, that's going to allow us to have Neelix cook food for the crew rather than purely relying on the replicator rations. We definitely need more room space as well, because we are running out. So I'm going to have to solve that problem eventually. Now that we can have food, we're also going to want another cargo bay. Because each cargo bay can only... Let's gloss over me failing that mission. Each cargo bay will only ever boost the storage of a single resource. We're currently boosting deuterium, which we need because that's our fuel. We're going to want another one to boost that, or upgrade the cargo bay to boost that even higher. We're also going to want one for food, because we can only store 1,000 food at the moment. And I'm guessing this crew is going to rip through 1,000 food relatively quickly. So this is where we can decide whether we're going to use normal food rations. Now at the moment we've got a load of crew without crew quarters, which is making a huge dent in our morale. And our premium replicator rations are kind of counteracting that at the moment, ensuring that we're positive. So I think at the moment I'm going to need more crew quarters before I switch. Because if I switch now, we're going to lose the premium replicator ration boost, which is going to put us in a negative morale each cycle. Okay, so let's see if we can get the resources we need. Is that enough to upgrade our warp core? Should be, I think. But we don't have enough geranium. We have enough tritonium now, but we don't have enough geranium. So let's grab some of that while we are here. We are going to be currently using some geranium to repair our hull, which again is fine, but we just need to make sure that we've got enough to upgrade the warp core. So we've got crew quarters research, so that's good. So we can start getting in some normal crew quarters. Delicious meals would be good, because it means food rations increase morale as well. So we'll definitely go for that one. We are going to need hydroponics bay. So that's probably... Where is hydroponics bay going to be? We're going to need to start going down to level 2 on these researches as well. We've got level 2 on a couple, but we need to expand them out a little bit. We will find the hydroponics later, but we can at least start getting hopefully some regular crew quarters in. So that the hydroponics only creates 50 food per 10 cycles. So what, 5 food per cycle? That's not really going to make a huge dent. But it will slow down. Low morale thresholds decreased. That's okay. The question is, what are we going to do next? It's going to have to be the hydroponics bay that we do next. I mean, it only costs us 40 science, so we can get that once we've got the food meals. Because once we get that research for food meals, we may be able to swap off from the premium rations. Grab this geranium. And we did get some crew injured because we were in the yellow. But our sick bay should be empty, so that shouldn't affect us too badly on morale. So anytime you get crew members sick, crew members injured, we will lose morale for it. So let's set up this. Go for Tuvok, B'Elanna and Kez. That gives us a good spread of what we need. We've got a good spread of resources here as well. Going for the science would be nice. Okay, that's a decent crit on that because it gives us bonus for all three of those resources. So Tuvok can deal with that one on his own because I fatigued both B'Elanna and Kez in the last one. So we're standing in an operating room. Okay, we're doing okay so far. We're just trying to investigate the strange room that we've found. We now met someone, so we can stand our ground, which is probably not going to help us a huge amount. Retreat is the safest option. I'll explain why I retreated right now, apparently. In my previous playthrough, in episode 1, where I mentioned that everything very much went Pete-Tong very quickly, in my previous mission, I think I stood my ground there, failed it. Tuvok lost his lungs and then died, and I did not have access to Tuvok again for the rest of the run. Not an ideal situation. So, thankfully, my little bit of prior knowledge to that, will help. However, my prior knowledge on this runs out fairly quickly because I don't think I got very far. Well, our hull is almost repaired, that's good, but we are running out of space. We are going to have to sort of sort out the life support situation. So we've upgraded main engineering, morale boost incoming, positive. We are still getting a morale hit for the injured people. We can bump our warp core up to tier 2. That will use more deuterium each cycle, but we'll have more power to play with, more rooms that we can get. So the question is, I need to unlock at least another room. So we've got 4 people still injured in sick bay. They are being treated. Our sick bay can only hold 5 people. We got one spot there, so I think the only building that I've got that can do a one square is a battery. So the crew quarters is a 3 slot. Doesn't give any morale bonuses and only holds 10, whereas emergency quarters will hold more but has a morale penalty. So I think if we get a couple of normal crew quarters in, that should reduce our unhoused crew enough to remove a lot of the detrimental effects. So we're now going after the people that we found their room. Always scan. We are on a starship after all. Scan first. Ah, we're in a hall of mirrors. So we can't actually... Well, we don't actually know which one is the real ship. So, phasers to do a searchlight, follow the ion trail, risk it. We'll do the phasers. So we've found the real ship. Good. Sneaky buggers thought they could hide. No. Not a thing. Beam or tractor beam? Or transporter or tractor beam? Let's transport them. Let's see if we can have a little chat. Ah. These are the Voyager people. Okay, so we've met the Vidians. So they were trying to harvest my organs. Well, we knew that anyway, because they, in a past life, they stole 2 Vux lungs. Let's see if we can help them. They might give us some stuff. Well, I know they would give us some stuff if we were able. So we're going to try to do some artificial lungs. We failed. Okay, so we failed that one. We failed that mission. We didn't get anything good. Okay. That's a shame. Oh well. So, now where do we go? We don't really have anything else mission-wise in this sector. Our mission is to collect food, research hydroponics bay, which we will do. We've currently got research on the go at the moment. So we've built some crew quarters, wonderful. So we're under 20 crew that don't have quarters. So we're almost at the point where we're even on morale. We're always going to have the emergency crew quarter morale negative, because we're currently reliant on them. We don't have enough space to convert everything to normal crew quarters, so we are going to have to live with that for a little bit longer. We can afford to get that life support of deck 3 sorted out. That might be a way forward, because that would give us a bit more space, and we need more space. So you want to trade dilithium for 40 uranium. I do currently need uranium, and I've probably got quite a lot of dilithium crystals in comparison, because I've got nothing more to upgrade at the moment. So we'll get that sorted. So we picked up some more. Some more fuel. Let's head into a different system in this sector. See what's in there. So we've now completed that research. So let's get the hydroponics bay going. We're going to need that deck to be completed before we can get them, but we could swap to normal food rations now. So we'll use 33 food to feed all of our crew per cycle. So that does put us to a -1 on morale. However, we've only got 16 crew without quarters. So we could... Well, it's not that we could. We will resolve that issue fairly quickly. Okay, so we've just got a little side mission to restore life support, which we're doing at the moment, so that might be a really good timing for that. So the planet we got to is going to give us geranium. I mean, we're fairly light on geranium. So let's get some scanning done. Ooh. Is that going to give us some people? Although, I need to be careful, because more people will mean I need more rooms. More people without quarters is going to give us a negative to our morale. So we do have plenty of power to play with. We do have also a load of unassigned crew, so we've got plenty of crew to expand with and put more rooms in. So that's good. I think we're doing okay. It's still very early, but we're doing okay. Let's grab some additional food. So our options are tractor beam or shuttle. See how we go on that front. I mean, there's slight risk for the shuttle, but we'll go for it. There we go, we got a good amount of food. We're up to 700 food now. So we have completed the food gathering requirement for our mission. We are picking up a distress call from a Kazon. I mean, we are on a Starfleet starship, so we will analyse first before we do anything. And we'll do all the scans, because the Kazon aren't friendly to us. So they will probably decide to attack us if they are lying in trap. So we'll scan for any other Kazon ships. Nothing on there, so let's go see what they want. Oh, they are quite close as well, which is good. But the other Kazon, they can wait. We need resources, so that they can wait. And this is going to give us some geranium plus dilithium, which I am a big fan of multi-resources from these planets. So we've also got plenty of food on this system, which is good. We've still got hydroponics bay being researched, so as soon as, hopefully, if I've timed this right, we should get the hydroponics research, and then we can effectively clear out a room and immediately build it. So we're going over to a Kazon ship. We're going to want some engineering. We're also apparently going to want medical. The only person I've really got that I can send with medical at the moment is Kez. I mean, I could send Tom Paris, but his medical is not the best. So, massive explosion. Let's scan for life signs. Those precious little life signs. Or we'll go for the one that will give us some bonus if we do get it. So we can now examine. That will give us some science. Come on, crit. No crit for me. So, I mean, the fuel would be nice, but that is the riskier option, but there is no chance of failure on it. And it gets us fuel and science. And we like this as a science. Okay. So we can examine the console from a distance, will be a safe route. Or we double up on the one at the end. You know me now, we'll go for the safe routes as much as we can. So the Kazon tried to install Federation technology. The question is, how have they got it? How did they get some of our technology? That is the question. So we're going to need to retrieve it. A subspace bubble or build an expander. One's quicker and riskier, the other one is safer but more resource intensive. Well, we've got resources, and we've got ways we can get resources, so let's go for the safer option. And thank you, Tuvok. It looks like, yes, we do have a potential traitor on board. Looks like Kerry and Seska are pointing the fingers at each other. Making a wonderful Marquee Federation split. So we're going to try and save the Kazon's life. Seska hasn't donated blood, so... Well, we're going to need your blood anyway if we're going to save you, although, spoiler alert, for anyone who has seen Star Trek Voyager, there will be no saving of Seska. No saving of Seska today. Spoiler alert for future episodes. Okay, so we've still got the mission for food. Still got the little side mission for life support. So let's get the expander going in the workshop. We could assign... I mean, to be fair, it's probably best to put B'Elanna there, because she's only in the engine room for repair time, and at the moment, we don't really necessarily need the repair time. So while that's doing, we could probably grab a few more resources. We do need to be a little bit careful, because as soon as we've got that life support repaired, we're going to be able to gather resource from the rooms we clear anyway. And there is the life support. Gives us the morale boost, which we are good with. Looks like our hull is pretty much fully repaired, so we can stop the engineering crew from that, and we can get two of these ruined rooms cleared. Because I don't think we've really got enough. I mean, we could... Yeah, we don't have anything we can fit anywhere at the moment. Because I haven't unlocked the battery technology. I don't necessarily want to sort of rip out an emergency quarters and replace it with a crew quarters, because it's not going to give us enough. It's just not going to give us enough crew housing to warrant. So I think the question will be, we're just going to have to clear a few rooms, maybe get another crew quarters built and a hydroponics built for the mission. We do have a battery compartment there that's damaged. we'll go for the we'll go for the tritanium. The tritanium. See how we go for that. And we'll get some food. We are almost halfway down on the food. So no harm in making sure. Oh, this is going to give us tritanium as well. That we like. And we did ditch some of the food because we collected too much. So let's add to the list crew quarters, hydroponics bay, and another cargo bay. Okay, that was good timing. We got the rooms cleared and we got the hydroponics bay done. So that was real good timing. So we can do the captain's acknowledgements, get ourselves a morale boost from combat. We haven't seen a lot of combat yet, but that's going to be coming. That's going to give us a boost to the high morale threshold. I mean, we could go for sickbay level 2. We've already had like 6 people get injured from an away mission, and our sickbay can only hold 5. So it might be worth us bumping up and upgrading our sickbay. So we've got a bit more space now, so let's grab a hydroponics bay. Again, 50 food per 10 cycle. It's not going to help a huge amount because we're currently spending, what, 33 food every cycle to feed the crew, and this is only going to give us 5. But again, it's a start, and we'll be able to upgrade it. So hopefully when we get it upgraded, we should get a lot more food out of it. So we're going to build another crew quarters, so that will house 10 more people. So it's not going to house everybody. We'll have 6 people without quarters. But it does mean I can put down another crew quarters and effectively have everyone housed and not need to buy any more emergency quarters. So that's going to give us food. I don't have anywhere to store the food for dilithium. I mean, if I had somewhere to store it, that might be useful. I think we'll just leave it there as an offer for now. So, whilst we have the transporter, we have a Kazon ship approaching, which is not ideal. Marge colour. Ah, wonderful. We are about to make more friends. We're not making friends. He's not going to be happy with us by the end of this. We're going to keep the ship. It has Starfleet technology on it, so we're going to get the technology back. We want to keep that ship. We want to find out what's going on. We also need to weed out the traitor, Seska. So let's get this mission done. We are going to need some engineering, and B'Elanna is our best engineer. We're going to need some shooty, so that will be Tuvok. So the question is, do we just double down on some of these? Because we've got everything covered. We could double down with Chakotay with a bit more shooty. We could probably double down on some engineering with some Harry Kim, or we don't have access to Kerry yet, so it'll be Harry Kim for engineering, and I think that might be the best way to go because there's a lot of engineering. So we can unlock the door for morale and science, or we can shoot it open. We do need the geranium, but the morale and science is also good. We'll go for the geranium because we've got a lot more engineering. We've got a lot more engineering to do. Oh, we're not actually going to be able to do that. Oh, we can't do the command one because we didn't bring anyone with command skill. And that's fine. We have doubled down on engineering, so we should be able to be fine with that. So we can use a bit of combination of Tuvok and Kim for the science. I mean, B'Elanna can do the engineering on her own, which is real good. Teased me with the crit there. That's disappointing. It's going to give us some tritanium and science, or we just go for pure science. I think it's our last one, so let's go for the tritanium and science and not crit at all. Didn't want to crit anyway. Didn't need those resources. So we have recovered the console. So we're going to analyse the console to find out what it was. So someone had given the Kazon a food replicator. Seska wants us to give them the replicator, eh? Seska? You want us to give technology that can create weapons against us? Yes. A traitor would say that, wouldn't they? Yes. And Kerry just wants to bash on the marquee. So it looks like we're going to have to now try and find the traitor, Seska. At least find some evidence that it is Seska. We will give them some food in the meantime, because we do have plenty of that, and we have more resources in the system. But I'm going to end this episode here. So come back for the next one, for where we weed out the traitor Seska, find the evidence against them. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and subscribe. And thank you all for watching, and I'll join you in the next one. Thanks a lot, everybody.